Good afternoon, fellow traders. It's Black Coffee Trader coming to you on Wednesday, the 15th of January. And once again, these red days continue. Let's take a move out to the big look here on the marketplace. I simply cannot put together a green day. It seems like on my funded accounts, I did lose another Apex funded account this morning, unfortunately. And so, down to 12. I did pass another one today, so we are replacing that one. I mean, and most of the rest of these have a lot more healthy drawdown, and we should be able to get somewhere with these accounts, hopefully, as long as I don't continue to put together this continuous streak of red days. But the issue this morning is I really kind of got screwed by my trade copier, and I really still don't know what happened. So as you can see, the 940 trade triggered. It actually triggered short. I wasn't too crazy about the trade because we were approaching this 200 level, but it's a mechanical trade, and when it's a mechanical trade, you take the trigger if it triggers, and when it doesn't, you don't take the trade. The back testing has proven that it is successful, so I'm going to stick with it here, and surely eventually here we get some green days on that trade versus the first two this week have been red, unfortunately. But here's what happened. So I got a little bit of slippage when I entered the order, and so I entered a little bit lower than I wanted to, but I still would have gotten stopped out. It still wouldn't have hit my first profit target, so no big deal. But it stopped me out on my leading account, which is this account right here. My 79 account is my leading account. It stopped me out, as you can see here. But now I want to show you, if I go to one of the other accounts, notice there's a secondary. It's almost like it somehow put me in the trade twice. And it hit my stop, but all these accounts were still in a negative trade. And I thought, well, it was just an issue, just some kind of an issue, glitch or whatever. So I hit, just put a click buy order in here, and that didn't stop. Everything still, stayed in my position, still losing money. And so when I finally realized that this is not a glitch, I'm actually losing money on this trade, I literally had to go in every single account and close it. And so some of them closed at, a $200 loss, some at almost, I think one of them right here, this one closed at 250, right here, this account 250. But yeah, it ended up that most of the accounts were, 220 or more in losses. And I have no idea what happened. I really do not know what happened, but that's the issue. So pretty frustrating to really be out of that, right away. I do have a daily loss set at 250 anyway, so I'm not going to allow myself to have a big red day anyway. But just frustrating to have that happen and to not know what really happened. I then ended up, the rest of the accounts, anything that was under like 200 or so in a loss, I put together in a copy trade. And then I did take two more trades with those two, or the rest of those accounts. I shouldn't say two, there's like 5 of them that, had a little bit more drawdown left on my daily loss. And I entered a long trade here as we crossed over this 350. We have kind of a key level trade and a hitchhiker. We had a nice move up, pullback. Got out of there with about $20-some in profit. Not a big trade, but just really looking to get a win. And then I didn't take any other trade until right here this afternoon. And this is, again, just kind of the frustration of this market. I was patient all the way through this. We bounced off of VWAP, kind of consolidated, and we finally pushed back up above this 350 level. And we had a nice little pullback, and I went long. And this thing just simply kind of stalled. It gave me some hope up here, and then it just simply took me out. And so took a $60 loss, and that put the accounts pretty much all at the 250 level, or close enough where I didn't want to continue trading. And so we just walked away for the day, and then this thing obviously bounced, did the same thing again, and then we had to move up here at the end of the day. So and obviously we've tanked now at the end of the day. But anyway, just frustrating that I picked the wrong spot. So but yeah, that is it. That was today. We had a huge move on news this morning. We had CPI this morning, had a major 300-point move, and that really basically created a green day today for the market. So as you can see on NQ on the daily chart, we did, push out of this 700 area, and we've pushed up quite a bit. And so the question now is, how does this maintain overnight and into tomorrow? Are we now going to reclaim this previous all-time high and push back up, or is this trend going to continue, and we're basically hitting that trend line and going to bounce back down. So I do not know. I obviously do not know. I'm not trading the market very well, but you know, the levels are the levels, and you know, that's what I look at. ES, very similar, had the big move out of it, and we're kind of on that same trend. And so I really feel like this really needs to break, reclaim, and push if we're going to break out of this downtrending move that we're on. So yeah, we shall see. But anyway, it was a rough been a rough week, been a rough month so far. Looking at TradeZella, let's just take a quick look there. This is the day down 331.17. That is because I also had a losing trade on my U-Profit account. I did take one trade down 250 or 246 or something, so nothing major. Still no update on my payout request, so I really don't know if I'm getting that yet or not. But anyway, but yeah, that is today, and we are just continuing to have red days. So I don't know, I may just resort to simply taking the 940 trade when it triggers for the next couple of days and then not trading anything else. If it's a green trade, great. If it's a red trade, I'm just out with 160. I'm not sure if I really want to do anything more until I get a better feel of this market. Either that or just continue to look for small entries and really stick to one micro. That may be the other option to do. But yeah, definitely a tough day, tough week, but so be it. So short and sweet. Try to keep this update pretty short today. Once again, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you guys supporting me, supporting the channel, using code VCT with Take Profit and Apex. So appreciate that, those of you that use my code, and just I appreciate you following along on my daily updates. So hope you had a better day than I did, and stick with it. We'll be back at it tomorrow, and hopefully we can at least put a green day on the chart. That's the goal. So all right, until next time, take care and so long.